name is Connie Burkhalter. We moved into that house in 1981. My husband had been transferred to El Paso for 5 years, and I'm a Dallas native, so I was thrilled to death to be able to come home again, and also thrilled to be able to have a house that was big enough to hold all of us. We had 4 children, and they were all in elementary school at the time we moved back to Dallas, so we were glad to be there. I also work with dyslexic children, and so I had my private practice in the loft at that house. So lots and lots of kids came up and down the stairs every day to come for their lessons. And my kids would greet them at the top of the stairs and then tell them goodbye when they left at the end of their lessons. So it's been a house full of kids, full of friends, and full of students who now can read. The best thing about that house is that the downstairs, the center of the downstairs is one wall of the kitchen connected to the laundry room, connected to the powder room. And then everything else in the downstairs is open. There are no doors downstairs other than in those 2 little spaces. So it's a great party house. And there's a courtyard in the front yard, and of course the patio in the back. So we had a huge Christmas party every year. We had a big party when everybody graduated from elementary school. We had my daughter's bridesmaids luncheon there, and there was lots of room for all the mothers and all the bridesmaids and the little flower girl and the mothers and the grandmothers and everybody. So it's been a house filled with joy and lots of parties. The reason I decided to sell my house is because now all those children have grown up and had children, who some of whom are even in high school. My husband passed away in 2010, and so that great big house has only my little 2-year-old Yorkie and me living in it now. And my son-in-law, Brian, saw Jamie at the house next door to where they live in Scurry, Texas. So he went over and talked to her, and she told him that she was renovating that house and she was going to sell it, and she explained how she moves houses from one family to another and renovates them and sells them. And so he went home, my son-in-law went home and called me right away and said, I just found out something about the house next door, and I'd like for you to think about selling your house to her and buying this house, and then you would be closer to us now that you're 70 years old, and we wouldn't have to worry about you quite so much, which is probably the biggest compliment I've ever received, for my son-in-law to be the one who suggested that I move next door. Jamie's about the most personable person I've ever met in my life. She's just sweet as she can be, and she fell in love with my Yorkie, whose name is Miss Hepburn, and Miss Hepburn fell in love with her too, because she knew exactly what to do to rub her tummy first before you do anything else, and that's what she likes the best. And she walked all over my house with me, and I pointed out all kinds of things to her, and my house is kind of a country decor, and she liked it herself, so she was happy with the property, and we went from there. Yes, it's been lots of paperwork, and lots of dealing with the movers who've come and packed, and now they're on their way to my new house delivering furniture right now. Absolutely, especially my friends who are kind of in the same position I am. They're single now. They've lost their husbands. Their children are grown, and it would be a good thing for them to be able to move closer to their children too.